Right now, chaos, an explosion at a concert in England, and details are just coming in. This is very much breaking right now. You can see this, an Ariana Grande concert in Manchester. This was going on literally, then explosions. This is video of what happened. Then you can see screams. People start running for the exits in the middle of this concert. We can confirm to you right now that there are fatalities. There are multiple fatalities at this time. Emergency crews are on the scene. And as I said, this is very much a breaking story at this second. I want to go to Phil Black, live in London. And Phil, what can you tell us about this right now?
Aaron, as you can see from those pictures, something truly terrifying and something deadly has taken place in one of Britain's biggest music venues. This is the Manchester Arena in the city of Manchester, where, as you say, tonight it was the venue for Ariana Grande, the huge pop superstar. That venue holds around 20,000 people, and something has happened which has triggered panic and terror in that crowd. And what you see is those huge numbers of people desperately trying to get out of that venue. Now, crucially, we don't know what has caused this stampede-like situation. The police say they are responding to reports of explosions, and that's what witnesses there are talking about as well. Some sort of loud bang which triggered all of this. And as a result, as the police have said, there's some fatalities and a number of injured. We don't know the precise number just yet. And crucially, we don't know the cause of what hurt those people, whether it was the explosions that are being reported or simply those panic scenes afterwards, the crush that followed as those huge numbers of people, and clearly they are young teenagers mostly, desperately tried to escape that venue.
And Phil, just to be clear here, we understand it sounds like explosions, but what you're saying is at this moment we don't know how many and we don't know what the cause was.
That's correct. The police at this moment are using fairly careful language to say they're responding to reports of explosions. I think on social media and for our other witnesses that have spoken to journalists here, people have confirmed that there was some sort of loud bang, possibly more than one, possibly two. But something has happened which has triggered that extraordinary scene of fear and panic. And what you see there, and you can imagine what it's like to be one of those huge music arena venues. This one, as I say, one of the country's biggest, around 20,000 people, mostly, you can be sure they would have been teenagers attending an Ariana Grande concert, just trying to get out of there as quickly as possible. So it's in that sort of environment, you can imagine that crush, that desperate panic. People could very easily have been hurt or worse as they were trying to escape.
All right, Phil Black, thank you very much. As you get more, we're going to go to you. We do have someone who was there, Ivo Delgado, on the phone. He was inside the arena when the blast occurred. Ivo, you were there. We now are just desperately trying to figure out what happened. What did you see?
Well, basically the concert finished, and when they pop on the lights, they switch on the lights, everyone was queuing to leave. And while we were waiting the queue to leave the arena, still inside the main stage, on the arena, we heard a massive explosion. It sounded like a big bang. I only heard one. So then after that, everyone ran on the opposite direction of the arena, obviously. And after a moment of confusion, the staff members were helping us to evacuate the area. On the main corridor, there was a lot of smoke, and there was people on the floor, clearly injured. And then we left the area. Like, it was a lot of people screaming. There were a lot of little girls, obviously, because all the audience of Ariana Grande, and a lot of parents running out of the stage. I helped a disabled woman that obviously went on the stairs not knowing that there was stairs at the end of the way, and everyone was trying to help each other, but obviously a lot of little girls crying and a lot of parents shouting and screaming.
Ivo, we're looking at some of the video that I know you took from inside the arena as you were getting ready to leave. So you're saying you heard one bang, then you saw a lot of smoke, and you also saw some people on the floor who were injured. Do you have any sense of how close you were to whatever this explosion may have been? What was their condition?
Well, it was clearly, it was right. If you look at the stage, it was on the bottom left of the stage, and it was next to my exit. So yeah, we were at that moment. It's a panic moment that you really don't know what's happening. And after nothing more happened, we thought that it might be a confusion, it might be people overreacting, or something fell off. And obviously, in a big space like arena, it makes a massive noise. So you don't really know till you actually walk through the door and you see that there's a lot of smoke and there's people on the floor. And that's when the immediate reaction is try to know that all your group is safe. And we even went to the staff and said if we could help on anything, and they just said to evacuate the place. It was the best help we could do at that moment. Outside the arena, there was constantly like a lot of noises from policemen, a lot of noises from all the hospital, firemen. So that's basically now the noise that we have on the streets of Manchester, as well as helicopters flying around on the area. So that's when you really realize what can be going on.
All right. Well, Eva, we very much appreciate your time and coming on and talking to us. Thank you very much.